You know, I could have sworn there was a guy over there. Well, yeah, there is. Bit of a rough stop there. What's he doing? Does he even know that I'm here? Oh, he saw me. He saw me. He doesn't look like he's the best of players in the world. I mean, he shot a freaking moving car with a shotgun from like 60 meters away. I think he's inside. Oh yeah, he is. Hey man.
Hi, how are you?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Hi guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. My name is ExxotikGaming and today we're going to be doing another super awesome Rules of Survival video. As you all know, this is the ultimate channel for tips and tricks videos on this game, and a lot of my videos are pretty involved, but today we're going to be making things a lot more straightforward and to the point. We all want to become pros in this game, myself included. Today, we're going to be looking at the 10 best tips you can follow so you can become a pro in Rules of Survival. I'm not a pro myself, but I do watch many different pro streamers and YouTubers on this game on a regular basis, and I know for the most part, the 10 most important things they always do when they're playing Rules of Survival. In the background, I have my own gameplay, which I know is not pro gameplay. I understand that. I just added it so you guys had something to look at for this video. If I could, I'd add clips from other people into this video, but to be honest, I really don't want to get copyright struck. Anyways, be sure to leave a like if you found the commentary to be A+, and subscribe for more content on this game. Let's do this. Number 1. A Rules of Survival pro will always crouch when they're trying to not be seen. Depending on if you're running in the grass, or on wood, or on a concrete floor, it will all sound different. And the worst thing is, maybe the best thing for some players, in this game, it'll actually tell you where footsteps are coming from. If you're running past a building, and someone isn't crouching inside, a footstep icon will appear, and it'll direct you right to where the enemy player is. If you crouch, those footsteps will go away, and you can use that to your advantage. If you know someone is on the roof of your building, you can crouch while moving up floor by floor, clearing each floor at a time, and you can eventually even potentially get the drop on them without them ever even knowing you were there. This is a super useful tip, and it'll save you countless numbers of times in this game, or, to be quite frank, literally almost any other Battle Royale game. Number 2. A Rules of Survival pro will never loot standing still. Now, this is definitely a skill that'll take a bit of practice. Honestly, you could go as far to say that a pro will never stand still, period. When looting, most players that are killed are right out in the open, and these bright, glowing blue things attract attention from enemies. Rest assured, there's probably someone looking at you while you're looting. If you move around when looting, it'll make you a much harder target, and the chances of someone getting a headshot on you are significantly decreased. If you stand still, all someone has to do is line up their shot and BAM! Lights out for you. You should be doing this on PC and on mobile. It's harder to do on mobile, but the effort is always worth it. Number 3. A Rules of Survival pro will usually never immediately go straight towards an airdrop or someone they just killed. Nearly everyone who plays this game has their volume turned on, so they'll hear gunshots. If you immediately go straight to the person that you killed, they'll see you, and it won't even matter that you're moving while looting, you'll just die anyways. Also, this goes for airdrops. They're super easy to spot as there's a gigantic red beam of light that goes up into the sky, so you can guarantee someone else will be nearby trying to get to the drop. If you get there, unless you have a car, don't go straight for it, but rather go around the perimeter of it, looking out in the distance and seeing if you see any person or car coming. Once it's safe, then you can loot. Number 4. A Rules of Survival pro will always watch out for the zone. Maybe we can say this is just a player who's aware in general, but seriously, always check the minimap once in a while. See if there is a common theme with how the circle is traveling. If you landed over by Rust Bay, and the first circle has its center way over by Research Edifice, there's a high chance that the final circles will be way over in that area on the far side from where you are and not the closest part of the first circle to you. Make educated guesses and start traveling ahead of time towards where you think that next circle will be so you can stay safe and don't get caught in a situation where you're hundreds of meters away from the circle and the zone is already hurting you. Number 5. A Rules of Survival pro will always get rid of unnecessary items. This one is pretty simple and straightforward, but many people who aren't pros overlook this. Maybe when you first landed, you found an MP7 and some SMG ammo, but shortly afterwards, you got rid of it for a shotgun and a rifle. You will still have the SMG ammo in your inventory, and that's just unnecessary filled up space. Find a safe spot and just drop the stuff you don't need. In this situation, that would mean the SMG ammo plus all the attachments for the SMG you no longer have. You could also have way too many bandages, so be conscious of that. Don't put yourself in the scenario where you need to quickly loot an airdrop or a dead body, the zone is coming, people are shooting at you, but your inventory is too full. And then you have to sit there trying to sort things out, and then you'll die. That's a bad situation to be in. Number 6. A Rules of Survival pro will always play with headphones or earphones. I've said this in many videos before, but that doesn't mean it's any less important. Seriously, you need these things to hear properly. You're playing a Battle Royale game. This is serious stuff. You're not playing Candy Crush anymore, okay? You need earphones or headphones to hear enemy footsteps and gunshots. It doesn't matter what you use. You could use Astro A40s like I have, or simple default Apple earphones. Anything that'll allow you to hear the game properly will give you such a huge advantage over someone who isn't using them. The footstep and gunshot icons only go so far. Want to know if your enemy is above or below you? Use those headphones. Number 7. A Rules of Survival pro will always wear armor or helmets that aren't damaged, or the least amount of damage that they can find. This is one that really gets overlooked. In the beginning of the game, you may have found a level 3 helmet and thought you're set. However, if you got into several gunfights, chances are your helmet or body armor, or even both, are damaged. If you're not paying attention, your helmet may be so low that in the next fight, a single SMG bullet could be enough to destroy it. Then you're walking around with no helmet, and you'll die super easily. So always look at your armor and your helmet health. Whenever you're looting an enemy player, if their armor and helmet is in better condition than yours, take theirs. Always keep that in mind when you're looting. And that also goes as far to say that if you have a really damaged level 3 helmet, for example, and you see the enemy that you are shooting at has one, maybe don't shoot at their head and instead shoot at their body so the helmet doesn't get damaged, and then you can have your own perfect condition level 3 helmets. Number 8. A Rules of Survival pro will usually not run with their gun equipped, especially if they need to travel a long distance. Most people probably know this, but if you don't, you run a bit faster if you have your melee out. That means anything from a pan to the frickin' chicken thing that you're holding, whatever that thing is called. Now, in certain situations, you may want to keep your gun, especially towards endgame where you don't have to travel long distances anyways, but in the middle part of a match, where you likely have to run to catch up with the zone, take out your melee, use an energy drink, and you'll run significantly faster than you would if you just decided to keep your gun out the entire time. Again, like I said, this isn't what you should do 100% of the time, so decide in your mind if you're safe enough to run without a gun out, and if you are, do it. Number 9. A Rules of Survival pro will always have a car handy, at least until endgame, and perhaps even into endgame. The maps are big in Rules of Survival, and unless you're playing in Blitzkrieg, you have to run long distances to stay in the zone. But why run? The great thing about Rules of Survival is there are tons of vehicles everywhere. Obviously, cars are the best ones to have because you have the least amount of body exposed. Whenever I watch pros on stream, they'll usually have a shotgun equipped and just roll up on someone with their car, jump out, and one-shot kill them. It's awesome. But seriously, cars can sometimes save you, especially if you're so caught up in a fight that you aren't watching the zone. So keep them handy. And lastly, number 10, a Rules of Survival pro will always be conscious of their health and heal up whenever they can to be sure they're on max health. They'll also use energy drinks quite frequently because they'll slowly reheal over time if they use that. As I said before, energy drinks will also make you run a bit faster, so that'll definitely help. Many guns in this game are only like a 2 to 4 shot kill, so if you're running around with half health, you could be at 1 shot range. Don't put yourself into that situation. Always be sure you have first aid kits or at least bandages ready in case you do get into an intense fight. These also can help if you're stuck in the zone. If you have first aid kits, they can help keep you alive when you're running out of the zone to safety. Let me tell ya, it really sucks dying to the zone if you knew you could have survived if you had a first aid kit. And hey, would you look at that? We're finished! Those were the 10 things Rules of Survival pros always do when they're playing this game. Again, I don't consider myself a pro by any means. I simply don't have enough time to play this game to ever get to that point, but I do watch all these pro streamers and YouTubers, and they always do these things. Guys, I hope you found this video helpful. This probably was the most direct and to-the-point tips and tricks videos I've ever done on this game, but I do have a ton of other tips and tricks videos on Rules of Survival depending on what you're wanting to watch. Want to know how to get better on a mobile device? Want to know how to fix lag? How about to get more kills and win? All of these have been uploaded on my channel in the past, and if you need any help in this game, check them out. I'll have an entire playlist linked down below in the description. Click on it and scroll through until you found a video that'll help you. But yeah, with that being said, if this video helped, please leave a like down below. It takes half a second, but it means so much more. Subscribe for more Rules of Survival content. Thanks for watching until the end. You all are amazing. I'll see you guys in the next one.